Yeah.
Do you have any like specific stories or just moments that like stick out that you remember?
I mean, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things I could talk about, but there's some things I can't. Probably by the end of the season, there was one incident. There was a rain delay one night, and I think it was probably about 11 o'clock. It was near the end of the game. Rain delay comes, and the dugout starts flooding. And Dolphin Stadium's a nice stadium, but for some reason the dugout started flooding. And next thing you know, I look at Taylor Tankersley. I'm like, you know, is that really what's supposed to be happening? The dugout's getting higher and higher in water, and all of a sudden the septic tank in the dugout bursts open. We've got literally a nice pile of water. I mean, we got water up to our ankles and almost our knees in feces, and it's not a pretty sight. But luckily, Matt Trainer and Taylor Tankersley, they were there. We were squeegeeing water out. We were saving like the entire dugout. It's probably the most standout moment, probably just because of that's what you call a dirty job. Yeah.
How was the like when you first got the job? Were you starstruck at first, or like was it easy?
Stepping in the clubhouse like opening day, that was the first day all the players were there. That was when I knew like it was for real, because I worked for like about a week up until opening day, and it was just setting up the clubhouse and whatnot. But stepping in there opening day when everybody's got their heads up, it's a clean slate, everybody's starting out on the same pace, and it's definitely an insane feeling.
Who were some like the opposing players that you've seen, like some like the most famous players that would be?
I met a lot of cool guys. That was probably one of the biggest highlights of the job, was meeting a lot of guys from different cities, all perennial all-star guys. I don't know, what stands out probably the most out of any of the guys was I was working inside the clubhouse one game, and it was against the Giants, and I had to run over to the visiting clubhouse for a couple minutes. And this was right before the game started, and I had not seen Barry Bonds all day. Like, everybody's like asking where Barry is, and no one knows. But I'm walking to the clubhouse, and all of a sudden the doors burst open, and here comes Barry Bonds in all his glory. This was like 2 weeks after he broke the home run record. So that was the first time I was ever starstruck. Yeah. I had no words to say whatsoever.
Did you ever ask for any autographs or anything?
Yeah, I definitely did well in that department. I mean, it's not something that you want to like constantly like keep getting autographs and be a little autograph whore, but yeah, I met a lot of cool players, got their autographs.
Did you guys ever have any like tough tasks? Like, was there a darker side of being basketball?
Tough tasks every day. Like, every day it's something new on the job. We got something like either insane, like I've driven cars before from other players, and that's kind of nerve-wracking, but it comes with the experience. But dark side of the job, I mean, there's been some things that I've had to do that you kind of have to lower your standards for, but at the same time, you know, like the goal of the job and what you have to do, so you kind of overcome those like thoughts that kind of put you down. But in the end, there's probably nothing I'd rather do.
Has baseball always been like your passion growing up? Like, was this like?
Yeah, I mean, it's every baseball fan's dream to be a bat boy, no matter how old you are. I mean, I know people that are 3 times my age that are wishing that they had my job. Yeah, I mean, it's probably the most amazing experience. Like, you learn a lot about what goes on behind the game, and you learn a lot about personalities, and it's definitely an interesting experience.
Is it something that you want to pursue in the future? Not necessarily getting a bat boy, but like
well, I mean, I've always been like interested in like sports law, like attorney, like sports agents and whatever. But as of late, I've definitely been interested in the field of sports journalism and broadcasting. And I always thought I had a good voice to do broadcasting, but I definitely want to do something in the field of sports one day.
Yeah, the next Craig interview.
Yeah, why not? For sure. Craig's a man.
Yes, he is. I love Craig.
Who doesn't?
Were there like any like, perks or like any things that you got out of the job that were like?
Well, I mean, yeah, we definitely makes up for any like the less like good times on the job, but like perks, we get clothes, we get shoes. I mean, players are generous and they'll hook us up with some gear sometimes, and definitely you don't leave empty-handed.
Do you ever get any free tickets, like do your friends or teachers ever get to come see you out there?
Yeah, I hooked up Miss Walker, good teacher, hooked her up with some tickets. I always want to bring friends to the game, just show them, like, because most of my friends don't even know how baseball even runs, so. But yeah, I was always bringing kids to the game.
Is something you guys would talk about, like, outside of it, or just like talk about, like, being bad and stuff, like, tell all the stories?
Yeah, I like to share with them the stories that don't get documented, that I can definitely tell them about, and there's definitely some good stories.
Is this your first job, or do you have any jobs before this?
No, I mean, it's one hell of a first job to have. I mean, it was either that or it was busting tables, so.
Compared to your friends, like the stories you maybe heard from your friends in their summer jobs and stuff, how does it compare?
No comparison. I mean, what better way to spend your summer than hanging out with Miguel Cabrera and Don Willis, guys who you're gonna look at one day and gonna be, wow, like that was one hell of a baseball player. I want a ring. Yeah, that's what I want, but it can only happen if we're lucky. At the end of the game, you gotta clean the cleats, you gotta wash out the buckets, do the laundry, clean the catcher's gear. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm covered in dirt from head to toe, and I mean, it's definitely a dirty job, but it's a fun job. You kind of get caught up in it because you're like, wait, this is like what I'm doing. I'm scrubbing shoes. Like, why can't they scrub their own shoes? But then you realize, like, it's a team, it's a business. You gotta pull through for the team. You gotta stick it up. Yeah, I mean, every day was like constant, like, joking around. If they mess with me, I have the right to mess with them back. It's mutual. Nothing's taken seriously in there. There's some dirty language going on in the clubhouse, but what do you expect with 23-year-old guys? And yeah, I mean, it's always joking around. It's a fun team.
Were they ever hard on you? Like just joking around with you?
No, not me personally. Maybe a couple other guys, no names. But yeah, I mean, I was spared a lot. Wasn't too many like jokes played on me or anything. Nothing bad.
Nice. When he's at Michael Lee, I like that.
Yeah.
Silly string.
What's up?
Silly string.
Oh, players shooting silly string or putting bubblegum bubbles on your hat or something like joking around like that. It's kind of everyday baseball type stuff. They figure they mess with the new guy. But yeah, I mean, other than working on the days of the games, we were working when we were unloading the truck and whatever.
Yeah. You get paid?
Yeah, I get paid. I get paid by the day, and it's definitely worth it for the job. Like, when I first was trying to pursue the job, it was always something in my mind that I would have done for free. Like, and to think you get paid to get to do what I got to do it's pretty cool.
Just overall, was it the whole experience that you thought it would be like?
Overall, best experience of my life, hands down. I mean, like I said, there's nothing I'd rather do at my age than be a bat boy. Like, I'm thankful that I was lucky. I don't like to brag about it. Some of my friends are working in restaurants, whatever, just like the average job that people do these days if you're a high school student. I was just lucky enough to have the opportunity, and no better experience.
You can remember your whole entire
Oh yeah, something I'll be telling my grandchildren about one day.
Nice.
Yeah. I think there's anything else.
Good substance for the story.
Yeah, I just wanted to share my opinion, just the fact that, I mean, there's a lot of things you do that kind of you think twice about, and you're like, why am I actually doing this? Like, it's kind of degrading maybe, but at the end of the day, like I said, there's nothing I'd rather be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Looking good. I got no questions. I'll just find you in school.
Yeah, for sure.
In the week.
All right.
Thank you guys.
We good, man?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
No problem. My pleasure, man.
And I'll see you in school.
I'll see you around, babe.
Thanks, man.
All right.